Good afternoon. Welcome to Friendship Village of Dublin. I'm Fred Arzola, Chaplain and Spiritual Care Coordinator. To all the family and friends of the deceased, on behalf of Friendship Village of Dublin, please accept our deepest condolences. Before we begin, a friendly reminder to please silence your phones. Also, we are recording today's service. In about 2 days, it'll be uploaded on our YouTube page. Just go to Friendship Village of Dublin, and the service will be there. We hope today's memorial service will be a comfort to you.
Good afternoon. I wanted to start just by introducing myself. I realize that some of you may know me and some of you may not. So my name is Ashley Evans, and I'm the Director of Nursing Services for our licensed care facilities. I came to Friendship Village around 4 years ago. And around 4 years ago, most of you know, we were in the height of COVID, in the midst of a pandemic. And I came from a place that I had a job, and it was just that, a job. I had been a director of nursing, but I came to Friendship Village and I found a family. I'm forever grateful to have been brought here. So I would like to start by expressing my gratitude for the opportunity to have known, served, and now embraced the celebration of the lives that we have come to remember today. As the Director of Nursing Services here at Friendship Village, my team and I are continually honored by the opportunity to become the hands, the hearts that care for so many of these that we came together to memorialize. In my 4 years at Friendship Village, I've grown a deep appreciation for learning our residents' stories, their life, work, their wonderful families, and the contributions that they've given to our community. This has personally added so much value back to my life. I want to thank everyone for attending this service today. I want you to take a moment to look around in this room and to be assured that your loved one was surrounded by strong love and that they're going to be deeply missed. Be encouraged that their story did not end with their life. It will be remembered and carried on through their friendships that were made here at Friendship Village.
Thank you. I'm Jim McCall, and I've been asked to read a poem which I think is appropriate for today's celebration, Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear for me, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to name, I'm going to say the name of each of the deceased. If there's a family member here, when I say the name, please just come forward, take a flower, a rose, and just place it right in the vase. If a family member isn't here, Cynthia will do the honors on behalf of Friendship Village. Patricia A. Althouse. Oh. Jake Blevins. Cynthia. George Bob Bowers. Karen M. Crocker. Patricia Patty Donnelly. Truman M. Mark Dove. Cynthia, right behind you. Joyce E. Gatwood. Jane F. Hopper. Douglas Doug Hauser. John L. Hickman. Edwin D. Dale Inkley. Carol Kasberg. Helen C. Cost. Carol Langenfeld. Carl Long. Varden Mac McAlpine. Helen Jane McLean. Walter F. Walt Miller. Teresa R. Milsom. John Minton. Olive J. Jane Moore. Shirley Powers. Mary E. Rashi. Vera Regenbogen. Jackie Slater. Elton Roger Trent. Glenna Taubert. Paul L. Wright. Rebecca A. Becky Worcester. James F. Jim Zid. Did I miss anyone on the list? We want to take this time to just offer up any remembrances. If anyone would like to share a thought about one of the people on the list, you can just come forward here, or I can just come to you with the microphone. Is there anyone that'd like to share a word today?
I've been here 8 years, and I know more than 3/4 of the people on this list. I've either had dinner or lunch with them or played cards with them. But two are very special to me. One is Jane Moore, and I have known her since our children were in elementary school, which is more than a few years ago. And she had a very sweet smile and a sweet disposition, and I liked her very much. And the other is Bob Bowers, who was my mentor here at Friendship Village, is one of the smartest and nicest men I've ever met in my life.
I've been here 2.5 years, and Shirley Powers is one of our favorite people. And we were the poker chicks together. We played poker every Friday night and other things together, and she was just a wonderful, wonderful, very funny gal. We just totally miss her. And every so often we'll say, this game is for Shirley.
Why don't you come right here, and we can see you on the video.
Hi. Mark Dove was at Rowan House, and I volunteer there. And at Rowan House, people sleep a lot as they get along. And toward the end, Mark often was sleeping, but he woke up when we were having music. And one of my happiest memories of there is when we had music one day, not long before he passed away. So I have a very nice memory of the end of his life.
Thank you, Lou.
I just want to say something about our dear, sweet, loving friend, Glenna Talbot. She was the mother, the grandmother, the sister, the daughter, the friend that you always wanted to have. She was a delight to know. If you wanted to laugh, you went and talked to Glenna, because she always had some story to tell about Friendship Village, because she had been here one of the longest people, and I think she was 103. And she was just a delight to know.
Thank you, Louis.
I thought I could, but I can't.
Hey, why don't you try? Just stay seated. Just stay seated. It's okay.
There are lots of people here that know Dr. Bowers. He was a wonderful person. One of the smartest decisions he ever made was to hire me at State Teachers. Good job, Bob. I also want to remember Shirley and Roger for their great, great laughs. I've only been here a year, and I'm sorry to miss them go.
Thank you so much.
I would just like to add a couple of thoughts to what Pat has already correctly said about Bob Bowers. The day that Bob left us, Rita Dowry sent out a note across the organization referring to Bob as a legend at Friendship Village. And that is exactly what he was. And there's not much more that needs to be added. to that kind of a statement. He did so much, but yet it wasn't just what Bob did. It was as, or more importantly, how he went about conducting his affairs, relating with people, intelligent, compassionate, and so many more things than that.
I've lived here only 2.5 years, but I was privileged to know many of these people. Bob Bauer always urged me on, and Janelle Dove is one of my very closest friends, and it's so nice to have her here. And John Hickman always gave me courage, and I could just go on the list. Carl Long. Carl Long. I'm happy to be here, and it's a wonderful place to be.
Thank you.
I've been here about 12 years now, so I know quite a few of these people too. But Jane McLean was one of them I met shortly after I first came here. She was such a delightful, special person. Her and I spent a lot of time together, so I just wanted to say something in remembrance of her.
Carol Casberg was my mother-in-law, and you hear all sorts of stories about mother-in-laws. And most of them aren't good, but she actually was such a wonderful lady and was a dear friend of mine.
Thank you for that.
Thanks. Just wanted to say how much we miss two of our neighbors who lived up in the villas. Certainly Paul Wright, who's mostly well-known for getting all the gentlemen in the villas to do pancake breakfasts for all of the ladies who lived in the villas, and how much we miss him. He was just the nicest guy. And Joyce Gatwood, who loved to have people come and sit in her villa and chat with her at the same time. We really miss both of them.
Thank you. Sure.
My sister Jane Hopper was a part of Friendship at Home for several years. She and her husband both had benefited through that. But her last month was spent in Alderwood, and I can't say enough about the wonderful hospice care she had there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Clyde Gilbert, and I married one of Bob Bauer's daughters, and had the good fortune of knowing him for 46 years of my life. And to reiterate some of the comments that have been made today, he was a gentle giant. We jabbed at each other a few times as son-in-laws and fathers would, but I never heard him say anything disparaging about anybody. And few of us know someone or can actually say that. He was a very generous man to my family and to me personally, and it was my honor for him to be part of my life for as long as it was.
Well, my friends, thank you for being here today and joining us. We hope this was a comfort to you. Please do stay. We have some refreshments there on the side, and please do greet our family members who are here. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.